in this demo, I'm going to deploy a Flask-based machine learning application with CI/CD. For this demo, I created an repository in GitHub. Open a Cloud Shell by clicking here. We have to set up SSH connection between GitHub and this Azure Cloud Shell. Go to commands.sh file, copy the command. This command will create an SSH key. I have already created, so I'm not executing that command, and we can check the SSH key, copy this and paste it in the GitHub user settings using SSH and JPG keys. And also, after pasting and setting up your SSH key connection, you can test the connection. If it is successful, you can see your name here. I'm going to clone this repository into Azure Cloud Shell. We need to configure continuous integration on GitHub Actions. Copy the test code, open it in Cloud Shell. Go to directory, check files, check makefile. In our makefile, we have a list of activities including install the dependencies, test, and lint. Set up an environment to run these test files. Activate virtual environment. Now we can run makecall. This will automate our tests and linting. As you can see, our test has been passed. Now we can enable GitHub Actions. I have already added that. You can see here the build is successful. After the test completed, replace with application core. Clone the repository. Check the files. Now we can set up an virtual environment so that we can run our application in it. I'm going to enter virtual environment has been created. Activate the virtual environment. Install all the dependencies and testing. Now we can run our application. Is running. Click on new shell. We need to run this make prediction.sh. We received a prediction, so the application is correctly working. Now we know application is working fine, so we can deploy it in Azure Web App using app services. To create the Azure Web App, you can use this command. It will create as name Ajay. I'm not creating it because I already have an Azure Web App. We can check URL of the web app. Here you get the URL. Copy it and paste it in a new tab. As you can see, application code is working fine and we receive output. We have to make prediction. See, we received the output. It means the application is working fine on web app also. We can also verify web app logs. For testing, I have set up GitHub Actions. For CI/CD, I am using Azure Pipelines. To check continuous deployment is working fine, I am going to update my app code. I'm changing here CD. I'm giving commit message testing CI/CD pipeline commit. Let's check the Azure pipeline. You can see here pipeline is running. If you open the, we will check the logs and the progress. As you can see, the pipeline we triggered through GitHub is successful, and I'm going to refresh the web page of our application. As you can see, its continuous deployment is successful. We can test the load on application that we deployed in Azure using locust application. I just cloned my repository in my local laptop. Here you see locust file. Now I'm going to execute the command. Make sure you just gave the correct host. Here you can see the web app that we created in Azure started locust. Now I'm going to open this URL on my local. Here you can see the web interface is working. I'm just giving example. Suppose 15 users at a time. Start the traffic, receiving the number of user traffic. You can also go to charts and check how the traffic is getting.